Okay. Good night, everybody. We are here for another interview. This time we are with teacher Anne Vanegas, and we are going to talk to her about how education online has been affecting us. So we are going to ask her what is her opinion about this important topic. Teacher, would you like to tell us first a little bit more about the places where you have been teaching?
Yes, of course. My teaching experience is not, I don't know, it is not large. I have been teaching for 7 years. I start here in my house with children, with three little kids here in my house. Then I started working in Lucerna in Saturdays courses. And I had the opportunity to start to teach in junior high and baccalaureate and then in college. I worked there, I think, almost 5 years. In this scholar year, I decided to change. I decided to look for another opportunities, another ways to learn about teaching, more experience with in the teaching field. And now I'm working in Copa.
Okay, that's
Uh,
great.
I
What else?
have
What
to
else?
say that teaching is a lot of it's a grateful job for me. I love teaching. I want to die in a classroom in front of my students.
Wow, teacher, you really amaze me uh, on the comments I have just heard because I can feel that the people that I have interviewed in this channel, they feel the passion for teaching. And I think that's very cool what you say. I wonder if I could die teaching in a classroom. That sounds like really cool for me. But listen, during this time, many people are now like thinking that teachers we don't work so much, that we don't do anything. What can you tell us about your experience of teaching online?
It's complicated. It's been complicated, to be honest, because I think teaching is the most human uh, job.
Yes.
And when it's human, you need the contact with the people, with your students. Uh, See them, maybe I don't know, it's been complicated to be behind a computer the whole day trying to teach, trying to give to understand something. It's for me it's been complicated, but by the other hand, it's a good opportunity to learn and continue training our skills as a teachers, because I think the technology is very very important. And
Yes.
I think for the students it's been
Hard,
I don't
complicated.
it's hard, complicated, and it's been, I don't want to use the word opportunity again, but for them I think it's been a big opportunity to learn another uses that the technology has, because they
Yes.
only use the cell phone to stay in Facebook, to Instagram and take pictures,
TikTok.
TikTok. No, TikToks, yes. Follow me, please. No, and no, the
Yes, teacher,
technology
why
is
don't
more
you
than
share your TikTok
entertainment.
account? Come on, so that they can follow you.
No, but no, we are going to talk about technology in a teaching field. I think technology is more than just entertainment. We can take advantage of it in many, many things, in many places, in many fields. It's technology. It's awesome. I studied science computer, so I can say technology. Contrary of that, it's a really useful tool when you know how to use it.
Okay, teacher. Well, don't be ashamed of sharing your TikTok account. Maybe
I'm a
some of your
teacher.
students would
Imagine the
like to see
teacher.
you.
No, no, no.
No,
Not in this
no.
moment. In another
O-
interview, we will talk about my TikTok face.
Okay, teacher. Can you tell us a little bit more about how your school has been working during this period? Like, how do you connect with students? What platforms you have been using, and all that stuff?
Okay, yes. In the English subject, it hasn't been complicated because we work in class with computers. Uh,
Hmm.
it is not a normal classroom. We working with a system in which the students, each student has a Chromebook, and the
Mm.
teacher is only the guide. I am only the guide because my directions could be investigate, read, share with me, share with them some articles, digital books. So in English in my school, I think it's been an easy thing in these days. The only thing that I miss is the contact with my students,
Hmm.
but it
Okay.
has been complicated, to be honest. In the case of my, I don't know, I have some friends that ask me for help with their children because they don't know how to work with them at home with the computers. Many of them doesn't have internet sometimes. um, we have a lack of many things in technological skills. As a country, we don't have um, enough internet
Sources.
or sources. Yes, because in a rural schools, I don't imagine how they are doing in this moment.
No, probably they are doing nothing, teacher.
Yes, and we have a lot of problems in teaching with technology. So we are facing the cruel time. It's a cruel time
Reality.
in which we are facing the real thing. We need to improve many things in teaching, in technology, the training, the teachers training, the students training, and how to use um, technology.
Yes, teacher, I agree because you know what? In the afternoons, I am working in a public high school, you know, and most of my students, they do not have internet, believe it or not, and I have some troubles with them because some of them they work and they tell me, teacher, I cannot send you all my tasks because I do not have internet, and it's kind of complicated because maybe public schools they have the sources talking about teachers, but when it's time to get to students, that becomes a very complicated task because most of them they just have a phone with the very basic stuff, like for example WhatsApp and Facebook. And in some point I have already told them that if they want to send me their activities, they can do it by phone. I know that's not like the best, but if I don't do it in that way, I will not get anything from them.
It's a cruel reality in the third world. We have a lack of training as a teachers. The academic system doesn't help in how to teach. Doesn't Many teachers also in this moment are facing many problems. I don't imagine, for example, elder teachers.
Oof. Mhm. Are the ones who are suffering the most.
Yes, but okay. The complicated times make us
Stronger.
to ask for, yes.
Exactly. Yes, I agree with everything you said because this is the time to update yourself with technology, right? But just to finish with the interview, I would like if you could tell us some tips to teachers who would like to have more variety in their activities. What do you recommend them? What have you done that has worked so well with your students? What can you tell us as a final advice for teachers who are like getting in touch with this technology in these days?
Be patient, study. investigate, and love. Don't stop to love what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Love. I don't know. I think I'm a romantic teacher, but when you do something with your heart, when you love what you do, you find the solution for everything. So
Mm-hmm.
as a teacher, we can't stop to investigate and study. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of suggestions on YouTube. Um, with your co-workers, we can ask. Don't feel
Mm-hmm.
ashamed if you don't know how to do something. We are not experts in nothing. Also, the students, ask the students, hey, come on, help me here. How can I do with my computer?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
time to learn from each other. We need to support
Nice.
each, and don't
Nice.
be
I
ashamed of anything.
I totally agree. I totally agree. As you said, this is the time for sharing, and sometimes teachers we have a very big mistake of like, I'm not going to tell to the other teachers what I do because they are going to start copying me. And no, we need
No,
to
no, no.
share, as you said. Don't you think
Yes.
so?
And
Okay,
enjoy.
teacher.
Don't be afraid of anything. Try
Hmm.
everything. It's okay.
Like you lost the shame of appearing in YouTube.
Yes. I don't know. Maybe
Everybody's
I'm
going to
going,
watch you.
all of my students going to fun of me. I
They are
don't know
going
if
to
I
love
did it
you.
good, but okay.
They are going to love you more than before because they are going to say, "Oh, my teacher is now a YouTuber. She's on YouTube, and this video will
A
never be
TikToker.
erased, teacher. This video will last forever, right? You are not
Yeah.
a question mark anymore."
No, okay.
Okay, teacher. Well, it was a pleasure to talk to you. Hope we can talk about some other topics in another interview. Yes.
Okay. The pleasure was mine, and take care.
Goodbye. See you soon.
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care.